The year is 2050. Welcome to the future, a world dominated by hyper-connected smart cities, artificial intelligence managing global infrastructure, and quantum tech grids that control everything from our food supply to the weather. As a species, we genuinely believe we have conquered nature. We look at the planet not as an untamed wild beast, but as a fully mastered digital playground. But on a random Tuesday morning, precisely at 4:12 a.m., the illusion of human supremacy is shattered forever. The eternal roar of Niagara Falls, a geological monster that has vibrated through the crust of North America for over 12,000 years, moving 700,000 gallons of crushing water every single second, suddenly stops. Imagine waking up in your sleek, glass and steel smart hotel on the edge of the Canadian border. For over a century, travelers came here to be lulled to sleep by the deep, booming bass of the rapids. But instead, you are hit with a heavy, suffocating, and unnatural silence. The bedsheets stop vibrating. The air pressure drops instantly. You step out onto the balcony, expecting the majestic, glowing neon mist of the illuminated falls. But your eyes meet a post-apocalyptic wasteland. The waterfall is dead. The massive cliff is bone dry. Replacing the roaring white foam is a yawning, pitch-black canyon, 180 feet deep, dripping with toxic green slime, exposed ancient limestone, and mysteries that human eyes were never meant to see. To the internet-driven generation of 2050, this isn't just a geographic glitch. It's an absolute global crisis. Within 10 minutes, raw drone footage of the naked cliffs spreads across social media like wildfire, racking up billions of views. Conspiracy theories explode instantly. Did a rogue nation deploy a secret weather weapon? Did a corporate AI malfunction and accidentally block the Great Lakes? Or has the Earth's crust finally fractured under the weight of human greed? Tonight we take a terrifying journey into the near future. Forget the dusty history books. This is the real, unfiltered, and deeply disturbing chronicle of the day Niagara Falls ran dry in 2050. And the dark anomalies scientists discovered waiting for them in the silent mud. Let's look at the immediate fallout of the first 24 hours. In the year 2050, Niagara Falls is no longer just a pretty postcard for tourists. It is a vital, high-output hydroelectric heart that pumps clean energy directly into the massive tech grids of New York, Ontario, and the entire northeastern corridor of America. The second the river died, a catastrophic energy blackout rippled across the continent. Quantum servers fried. Self-driving transport trucks locked their brakes and stalled out in the middle of major highways. Automated bullet trains came to a grinding halt inside dark tunnels. Smart homes locked their owners inside as the central AI networks lost power. Millions of people were plunged into a terrifying digital darkness, completely cut off from the global web. Emergency sirens wailed from Toronto to Manhattan. But while the cities were panicking over the loss of their digital lives, the real existential terror was unfolding inside the dry gorge itself. By 8 a.m., the U.S. military, the Canadian Armed Forces, and specialized robotic eco-response teams completely locked down the entire perimeter. A 5-mile no-fly zone was established. The public was pushed back behind heavy armored barricades, and any civilian drone trying to peek into the canyon was instantly shot down by automated laser defense systems. The government claimed they were managing a geological stabilization event, but everyone knew they were hiding something massive. Because as the last sheets of water drained away into the mud, the floor of the Niagara River revealed a horrific, chaotic archive of human history. For over 2 centuries, the bottom of the falls had been an absolute vault. The crushing force of millions of tons of water meant that anything or anyone that went over the edge was trapped under an inescapable aquatic hammer. Now the vault was open. As the mud began to dry under the morning sun, centuries of secrets began to surface like ghosts from a mass grave. that looked less like a riverbed and more like a gruesome archaeological dig. Out of the thick, gray sludge emerged the skeletons of long-forgotten vehicles, rusted-out muscle cars from the 1990s, heavy iron cages, and antique safes from the mid-20th century. These were the literal dumping grounds of the old-school mafia syndicates, who used the roaring rapids to erase evidence of their darkest crimes, believing the river would keep their secrets forever. But it got worse. The sensors picked up an unsettling number of human remains, skulls and fractured bones, preserved perfectly by the freezing, oxygen-depleted currents at the base of the gorge. These belonged to the daredevils who had packed themselves into wooden barrels in the 1900s, the tragic souls who had chosen the falls as their final exit point, and tourists who had simply stepped too close to the slippery edge. But as the forensic teams began bagging the remains, the specialized eco-scientists realized something that made their blood run cold. The bodies, the rusted cars, the historical trash, they were all a distraction. The real danger wasn't what was sitting on top of the mud. It was what was happening underneath it. With the massive, multi-ton weight of the rushing river suddenly removed, the geological balance of the entire region flipped. The ancient limestone cliffs, which had been compressed by water pressure for millennia, began to violently decompress. Deep, jagged fissures started tearing across the dry riverbed with loud, gunshot-like snaps. Specialized seismic drones, equipped with thermal imaging cameras, swept the dry lip of the falls. Their monitors began flashing violent red warnings. The scans showed that the rock beneath the state of New York was entirely hollow. A massive, uncharted network of colossal caves was winding deep into the earth. And those caves were rapidly collapsing, dragging the surface down with them. By day 3 of the blackout, the global scientific community realized that this wasn't a standard environmental crisis. The Great Lakes hadn't run out of water, and no one had built a secret dam upstream. Lake Erie was still completely full, yet the water entering the Niagara River was simply vanishing before it could reach the cliff edge. Right at the center of the upper rapids, the military drones located the epicenter of the anomaly. A perfectly circular, pitch-black sinkhole had ripped open through the solid bedrock. It was over 300 feet wide, a terrifying vortex that seemed to drill straight into the dark belly of the planet. The Niagara River wasn't drying up. It was literally being swallowed whole, draining into the inner earth like bathwater down a drain.